I want you all to imagine something with me for a second. It's a special occasion, and you decided to go to a nice steakhouse. You sit down at your table, and you order yourself a $60 steak. It's a little expensive, but what the heck, it's a special occasion. While you're waiting, you look around at the elegant decor and the finely dressed folks sitting at other tables. You can hear the sounds of elegant yet quaint music playing in the background. But what really gets you is the sound of sizzling steaks coming from the kitchen. The smell of the food drifts over to you and makes your mouth start to water. You can see the waiter heading towards your table with your food, and you can barely hold your excitement. And they give you a bowl of Kraft mac and cheese. You might still enjoy it, but you'd still be pretty frickin' pissed off. When you go to a Disney park, you expect to be granted with top quality attractions that blow the competition out of the water when it comes to theming and immersion. However, not every ride at Disney World succeeds at this task. Some of them, in fact, did such a bad job that they put me in a bad mood afterwards. These 6 Disney World rides pissed me off. This ride might fool you because it's pretty and all, and it has that one great animatronic. Wow, what a cool animatronic. Disney, you did such a good job. Just take my money. But classic Disney rides all have one thing in common. They tell a story. On Peter Pan, you get aboard your own pirate galleon and follow Peter as he beckons you to join him on the flight of a lifetime. Descend into Neverland between glowing volcanoes and sparkling waterfalls. As you swoop into Pirate's Cove, there's danger ahead. Can Peter defeat the dastardly Captain Hook? On the Haunted Mansion, you get to glide past a casket-filled conservatory, Madame Leota's chilling seance room, and a ghostly graveyard of singing specters as you attempt to find a way out. On the Jungle Cruise, you get to embark on a river cruise where dangerous beasts and dry wit abound. Along the Nile, watch for bathing elephants, angry hippos, and hungry lions. Be on the lookout for the tribe of headhunters recently spotted in the area. And on Navi River Journey, you get to take a mystical journey by boat into Pandora's glowing bioluminescent rainforest. Disney, you did such a good job. That thing is amazing. Well, at least this ride serves as a quick way to cool off on a hot day. The line was over 60 minutes. Flight of passage was 10. That animatronic makes this whole ride good. Now that's a classic Epcot dark ride if I've ever seen one, folks. This ride, unlike the last one, actually has a story. It's about a scientist who takes you into his lab so that he can teach you about the 5 senses that humans have. However, he is then interrupted by this cartoon dragon named Figment, who is the most annoying character ever conceived by Disney. Figment appears in every single scene in this ride, and all he does in his scenes is talk about random ways you can use your imagination with no narrative progression from one scene to the next. He doesn't even talk about ways that you can use your imagination in a productive way for society, because he's too busy ruining this poor guy's life and spraying fart gas at you. However, let's disregard all that for a second. This ride is called Journey into Imagination. So, is there anything imaginative at all? Well, they turn a house upside down in one scene, so that's kinda cool, I guess. However, the ending of this ride is where the true horrors come to play. Right up alongside the ending of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride as the most scarring thing Disney has ever created. You get to watch as an innocent man, trying to improve the world with his science, gets slowly driven so mad that even his mere concept of reality slowly slips away into a never-ending loop of one tiny spark for all eternity. All because of a purple cartoon dragon named Figment. The Magic Kingdom consists of 3 main roller coaster rides, all of which are in a mountain of some sorts. The first of those mountains is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which goes fast for about 73 seconds, or as I like to call it, has 73 seconds of fast time. Space Mountain follows right behind it with about 70 seconds of fast time. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, on the other hand, cuts those numbers in half with a excruciatingly small 38 seconds of fast time. But Theme Park Zone, the cars on this ride rock back and forth. Yes, the cars do rock back and forth on this ride, which I really thought was going to add another dimension to the ride. But after riding it, I'm pretty sure the cars rock about 1 degree in each direction, and it is literally impossible to feel anything at all. But Theme Park Zone, this ride is designed for families. Well, yeah, but so are the other 2 rides I just mentioned, but I can actually feel something when I ride them. I know it's Disney, but come on. Disney, you're supposed to make thrill rides that the entire family can enjoy, but Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is going to make everyone but the 4-year-old fall asleep. But Theme Park Zone, there's a really cool dark ride scene in the middle of this ride. But so does every other dark ride in the park, except those string great dark ride scenes together to tell a story, while this dark ride scene is sandwiched between 2 crappy roller coaster sections. But Theme Park Zone, isn't the line at least short? But Theme Park Zone, the cars rock back and forth. I know it rocks! Have you ever wanted a version of Indiana Jones Adventure that has no story, stops for no reason every 5 seconds, and is in complete darkness 90% of the time? Neither do I. Thank God that ride doesn't exist. Dinosaur is a dark ride that opened with the Animal Kingdom theme park in 1998 with the name Countdown to Extinction, which Disney quickly changed so they could profit off of that thing, and so they could tone down the ride to make it more suitable for children. Disney, I love you, but sometimes you guys really suck. Honestly, this ride does have quite a bit going for it. The EMVs really do feel like they have a bit more movement than the ones on Indiana Jones, and the ending does actually get pretty intense and fun, as it does feel like a genuine race against time against the meteor shower. However, it takes so long to get there. The first 3/4 of your ride are mostly spent with this lovely gentleman, who thinks that it's a good idea to send a car full of people back in time to 3 minutes before the meteor shower that killed all the dinosaurs to find his stupid iguanodon that probably also existed 3 days before the meteor shower as well. But not only does this man come up with dumb plans, he's also the second most annoying character Disney has ever created. If I had $1 for every time this ride came to a complete stop, just for this guy to say something like, "That's not a bloody dino, mate," I'd have $3, which isn't a lot, but it's still frickin' annoying. But the worst part about this ride is that it opened up after Indiana Jones Adventure, meaning that they had just created one of the best dark rides in the world to learn from and improve on, and what they came up with was, well, "That's not a bloody dino, mate." At Disneyland in Anaheim, California, there is a ride called Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters. On this ride, your goal is to score as many points as possible by shooting at a variety of different targets. The circle targets are worth 100 points, the squares are worth 1,000, the diamonds are worth 5,000, and the triangles are worth 10,000. If any of those targets are lit up, you multiply that score by 10. At Disney World in Orlando, Florida, there's a ride called Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, where your goal is to score as many points as possible. On this ride, This circle is worth 100 points. This circle is worth 1,000 points. Or you could shoot at this circle, which is worth 10,000 points. Or even this circle, which is worth 100,000 points. At Disneyland, you are greeted by this awesome Buzz Lightyear animatronic, with a really cool Etch-a-Sketch in the background. At Disney World, you are greeted by this horrible abomination that looks like it was built in 1972. At Disneyland, you are given a detachable gun so that you can line up your shots and take down your targets with ease. At Disney World, you are given this joystick gun that has about 2 degrees of motion. How am I supposed to aim when the gun is down here and my eyes are up here? In 1967, Disneyland opened their first ride since Walt Disney's death, Pirates of the Caribbean, which is one of the most classic dark rides ever built. However, in 1971, when Disney World opened, there was no Pirates of the Caribbean. Instead, what they had planned was something called the Western River Expedition, which included an awesome original and immersive boat ride like Pirates of the Caribbean, but instead with scenes pertaining to the Old West. But people got angry that they didn't have their Pirates of the Caribbean ride. So, in 1973, Disney World caved in and opened up this thing that they also called Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's not the same ride. This abomination doesn't deserve the name Pirates of the Caribbean, because that ride took love and care and was made by Walt Disney himself. This ride at Disney World is not even a shell of what the Disneyland attraction is, and for that reason, I'm donning it the name Pirates-themed Carnival Ride. You don't think that's a good name for it? Well, let me just list some of the differences between these two rides, and I'm gonna have to go fast because there's a lot of them. On Pirates of the Caribbean, you start your ride by floating through a quaint Louisiana bayou right next to the Blue Bayou restaurant. On the Carnival ride, you float by some rocks. On Pirates of the Caribbean, there's an ominous talking skull that builds up tension before the drops. The Carnival ride has this cartoon skull that flashes you. Pirates of the Caribbean has 2 pretty decent sized drops. The Carnival ride has 1 small drop. Pirates of the Caribbean has this classic scene of pirate skeletons getting drunk together. The Carnival ride does not. Pirates of the Caribbean has a scene of a skeleton sleeping in a large bed with a real-life skull mounted on the headboard. The Carnival ride does not. Pirates of the Caribbean has this awesome glowing treasure room. The Carnival ride does not. Pirates of the Caribbean has a smooth transition between the skeleton rooms and the real-life pirates. The Carnival ride does not. Pirates of the Caribbean has a battle scene that feels like it is about twice the size of that of the Carnival ride's battle scene. The cannonball effects on Pirates of the Caribbean are far bigger and brighter than those same effects on the Carnival ride. Pirates of the Caribbean has a classic jail scene in a room all to itself. The Carnival ride makes its famous scene share a room with Captain Jack Sparrow. Pirates of the Caribbean has this funny scene with a few drunk pirates in a gunfight right before the lift. The Carnival ride has an unload station. Pirates of the Caribbean has a lift back up to the load station with narration from Davy Jones and Blackbeard. The Carnival ride has an unload platform that you are currently walking down. Pirates of the Caribbean has this final scene where the parrot talks to you as you head back up to the loading station. The Carnival ride has a gift shop. Pirates of the Caribbean has a total ride time of about 15 minutes. The Carnival ride has a total ride time of about 7 sad, pathetic, miserable, depressing minutes. In all honesty, I do really love Disney, as it's the place that made me really fall in love with theme parks as a whole, and I generally enjoy most of what they do. I hope you enjoyed this video more than I enjoyed these rides. Honestly, that's not a very high bar, but if you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe as well for more exceptionally mediocre content from the Theme Park Zone.